Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to Triple R Ryan's Real Reactions, and today, switching things up from the Mackenzie Shirilla saga for a bit. This is one that I saw a Twitter headline for, and I figured I would react to it and talk about it. I haven't seen this, and it's obviously probably not the video that shows her falling completely because, well, I mean, if you want to see that yourself, go right ahead, but I believe I just found it here on the New York Post, and then I'm going to watch this long crime video. Woman's horrific fatal bungee jump rope triggers homicide charges. So it was a woman, 21-year-old named Maria Eduarda Rodrigues de Freitas, and she was allegedly thrown off a 130-foot bridge without being attached to a safety rope. It says 3 bungee jumping instructors have now been charged in the death of the 21-year-old in Brazil, who plummeted to her death as the safety rope could be seen lying unused on the platform. So I'm just going to watch like the 5-second start of this one, and then we'll go into the law and true crime one. And you know, sometimes law and true crime videos can really you know, how do I say it? They can really go too above and beyond, so I may not watch the whole thing. But all right, here we go. Let's check this out right now.
What we saw here.
Oh my God, I mean, it couldn't be more clear as day. First of all, that rope doesn't look safe at all, regardless. That looks like something I wouldn't even trust falling 5 feet off of.
Was pure negligence from many.
Oh my gosh, they legit do just toss her off.
Avenues. There.
You could even see the guy.
What we saw here was pure negligence from
kind of that last second. Kind of look like dude, what? Like, I'm sorry, but you're a bungee instructor and you don't have some sort of safety checks? That would be like someone jumping out of an airplane and then not making sure you have your parachute, or, you know, if you're going on a roller coaster, them not making sure that your seatbelt is on or you're strapped into the harness. I mean, that's insane. Oh, that's so sad. 21 years old too, man. All right, let's just watch this one now that we saw that. Like I said, if you want to watch the full thing, I don't know if I don't want to find a video of her falling and hitting the ground because that's morbid. I'm sure it's out there. I'm not going to watch that.
It is the video that has left social media and the world in shock. A young woman seemingly being tossed off an abandoned bridge in Brazil without a safety cord in a rope jumping incident gone horribly wrong. She falls 130 feet and dies. Now, 3 people have been arrested and charged.
I mean, as they should.
Federal government is also being blamed. We are bringing on a Brazilian criminal defense attorney to determine whether anyone will be held responsible and to ask, how on earth could something like this happen?
If anyone's going to be responsible, well, I'd sure hope so. If there wasn't video footage, they might have been able to get away with, you know, saying they weren't sure. But I mean, this is just negligence if I've ever seen it.
Welcome to Sidebar.
And also, you can see in the bottom left there that there's like a little rope attached to one of the people throwing it, or some sort of harness. So it's like they made sure that they were safe, but you're not making sure the person that is doing this is safe. Like, what are you doing?
Presented by Law and Crime, I'm Jesse Weber. I'm sure you've seen this on your social media pages, unfortunately. This horrible video from June 13th of a woman being thrown off an abandoned bridge 130 feet down.
I mean, and there's 3 people, not just one, but 3.
To the ground.
Not one person. I mean, it's like, it's clear as day. It's, to me, like, this isn't rocket science.
And she ends up dying in this rope jumping incident gone terribly wrong.
Gosh.
And now 3 people, 3 apparent instructors, have been arrested. They are facing criminal charges. This is the story. This is the case of 21-year-old Maria Eduarda Rodrigues de Freitas.
Yeah, rest in peace. 21 years old, dude.
Plunged to her death on Saturday at the Ponte do Esqueleto Now, this is a bridge in Limeira. It's a city over 90 miles north of Sao Paulo.
I'm gonna be honest. That bridge barely even feels high enough, though, to be like a bungee jumping bridge. Like 130 feet to me, it obviously is a pretty good fall if you don't have a bungee, but like that just looks risky. It looks sketchy. Okay, let's just be honest.
Brazil. Now, this is known as the Skeleton Bridge. It hasn't been in operation for about 30 years. It was apparently part of a rail line. When you see the video, okay, she appears to be wearing a helmet, a harness, but she wasn't attached to any safety equipment.
Once again, I'll say it. That rope, it looks like if even if they did have that rope attached, something could happen. That doesn't look like it could really. Like, you're telling me that rope doesn't have any wear and tear on it?
Or rope. While the instructors, based on reporting, and maybe arguably you can see in the video,
you can see it,
do seem to be attached to a safety rope. And if that is true, that's going to be a key component in this legal
case. You could see it right there, bottom left. It's hanging off. I mean, right there.
Case. Maria Eduarda had apparently asked to be tossed.
Oh, and she's filming it too. I think she has like a GoPro in her hand.
From the bridge in this airplane Superman pose. So 2 instructors allegedly carried her onto the diving platform and then allegedly threw her over the edge.
Gosh.
The video that is circulating is just awful. People in the background can reportedly be heard screaming, "The rope, people, the rope," or "Guys, the rope." The videos posted on social media by the group allegedly organizing some of the jumps, Entre Cordas, show what was supposed to happen. Persons attached to a rope with a harness is either tossed or jumps off the bridge, swinging back and forth.
I'll tell you what, man, I don't know. Like I said, even with that damn rope attached, that's not looking too safe. I don't think that'd be passing safety things. Also, the fact that they're jumping off a bridge that is, or like a rail that's like not, there's probably just so much that's wrong with this regardless of just the rope.
Apparent eyewitness Igor Dinez told outlet EPTV that he was on the bridge, saw people panicking after they let go of Maria Eduarda. Quote, "There were a lot of people there."
I mean, I would assume she died on impact.
Not just a few. There were many people at the site. There
Oh,
were
children were
there
there?
too, and they
Jesus
saw it
Lord.
happen. Some of the children were only 6 years old. It was a very intense scene.
Jesus.
People panicked. Some who were further back grabbed their belongings and started leaving. In fact, according to the media...
Yeah, can you imagine being next? Can you imagine being someone that was ready to go after this? I'd be grabbing my things and leaving too and saying, yeah, we're never doing that.
Outlet Thought Catalog. Dinez said it was supposed to be him, not Maria Eduarda, who was up next. And I got to call this out too. It's just incredibly sad.
Every time I see Jesse Weber, I feel like his coif and his hair is getting bigger.
Before this happened, Maria Eduarda posted to her Instagram showing herself on the bridge, writing in the caption, "Who is the crazy person who let me come jump off a bridge?"
That's crazy. That's a wild thing to say right before this happens. Wow.
She also posted a sign near the bridge that warned of dangerous conditions, highlighting that the area was not a safe one.
I mean, you could just see it in the photo that it's not a safe area.
According to MSN, Brazil's military police claim that 2 of the suspects here ran from the scene into a wooded area once it became apparent what had happened.
What?
They were apparently found by helicopter.
What do you, dude? What do you? If you want to act guilty, the worst thing you could do is just run. So they did this and ran away and fled? You have to think at the very least, out of respect, they would stay around and be like, I can't, like, that's crazy. This is crazy. First of all, what dumbasses, what cowards to try to run away.
Another had been arrested as well. So you're talking about 3 people here. Outlet 30 UOL Anos reports that 2 of the suspects changed their clothes too.
Wow, they really tried to leave.
They have been identified as Luis Felipe Feliciano Egoroff, 32 years old. Metropolis reports that...
Now look, I'm a conspiracy theory guy. My brain goes to, was this premeditated? Sure, accidents happen. But you mean that 3 people had this girl up in an airplane pose and not one of them, they do this all day, this is their job? Not one of them realized there wasn't a rope attack. Like, I don't know. I'm just saying. You never know. You just never know. I wouldn't be shocked if we come to find out that this wasn't an accident.
According to the military police, he is a civilian firefighter. There is Vitor de Freitas Gonçalves.
Civilian firefighter?
27 years old. Metropolis reports that his work permit indicates he's a tour operator. And then there's Macon Fernandez Sintra, 42 years old. Again, this outlet reports he works with a film post-production company. According to O Globo, they didn't have a reason why this young woman was apparently not secured properly. G1 Globo reported that the suspects also appeared disoriented. They couldn't say whose job it was, whose responsibility it was to attach the rope or explain why a safety check, a safety inspection apparently wasn't done beforehand. All right, real quick, I know this is a little bit of a 180, but for anybody out there who's running a business, you know.
Is this the brand deal? I always love to see how Jesse Weber and the Law and Crime channel will, kind of randomly throw in a brand deal. Let's see. Maybe it's not.
It's tough enough. The question is, why make it harder doing things in?
I'm sorry, but I get it. Everybody gets their, everybody, deserves their bag. But sometimes it's like, hey, this woman was thrown off a building to her death. Check out odoo.com. Well, hey, once again, I would love some brand deals, right? People got to pay bills, no harm, but sometimes I just see it and I'm like, Jesus. Like, my thing is just do it. Like, I know brands want it in the middle or something because the people are still watching, but just do the brand deals at the end. Like, why don't companies allow influence? I know why, but it's just way less weird if you do it at the end. The diehards are staying to the end anyway. The real ones stay to the end. They're the ones you want anyway. No, everyone else won't care.
To Bachi Noticias, one of these individuals arrested allegedly told police he didn't realize that Maria Eduarda hadn't been secured and only
Look, you have her up in the air like a plane.
Understood what had happened.
Like, what are you talking about? How do you not know? Especially the guy in the back. Maybe you could say the guy up front is like, well, he's just grabbing her. He doesn't. But the guy all the way in the back, how do you not know? There's nothing hanging and below your feet is a rope. I just refuse to believe it.
Happened when he heard the people screaming. That's when he claims he left the platform, saw what happened, claims he rappels down, sees police, sees a healthcare professional performing life-saving measures. Actually, that's another chilling aspect of this story. According to TMZ, a nurse identified as Reza Diaz, who apparently tried to save Maria Eduarda, told local news that she was still alive.
What? So, oh my, she initially survived the 130-foot fall. So she was alive and they started running instead of trying to help or get help.
After hitting the ground.
What?
And we've seen other reports that Maria Eduarda was pronounced dead at the scene, that her body was transported to the Legal Institute. This is according to the Daily Mail.
Wow.
So 6 people were ultimately detained at first. They were questioned, 3 were released. And then the 3 that I just mentioned before, they were ultimately charged. Now, I've seen this one of 2 ways. I've seen them being charged with homicide with implied malice. 30 UOL Anos reporting that means there's no direct intention to kill, but the risk of death is assumed. So I'm wondering, and we're going to talk about this a little bit later on, I'm wondering if that's kind of like when you look at second-degree murder in certain cases where it's like, there's an extreme indifference to human life, or manslaughter. It's a reckless disregard for the apparent risk, for the known risk. I want to, again...
Yeah, I mean, it's probably going to be pretty hard for them to prove that they premeditated it or that was done on purpose. And there's a great chance that it obviously wasn't done on purpose. I just know how crazy guys are. And you have a young, pretty girl, and you just never know if there's something involved or an ex or scorn. You just never know. Odds are it was an accident. But even if it's an accident, when you put your life in somebody else's hands, you should be at fault. The other question would be, I wonder if there was a waiver signed. Probably not, to be honest. Doesn't look like the type of place that has a waiver, but that's usually a way to protect themselves, because if something happens, it's like, oh, it's not our fault. I know that most places do that when you want to do, jump out of a plane and parachute down. You're basically signing your life away.
Talk about that with a Brazilian lawyer we're going to bring on. But outlet G1 said that they were charged with homicide with eventual intent. So that's another way of looking at it. It's possible there's some variance in translation. But
Did I just have deja vu, or?
it's possible there's some variance in translation.
Okay, I thought I was having a stroke for a second.
But these are the three reportedly in the video. And G1 reports, though, that the three cases have now been converted to preventive detention. Seems the men are currently detained, currently locked up. Again, we're bringing on this Brazilian lawyer.
Really, the big thing for me, though, the fact that they ran. Like, if something to me is an accident and then you run like that, that just shows a lot about who you are. You would think their first instinct would be like, oh my gosh, we have to go see if she's okay, call 911. But like when you immediately run and start changing clothes, that's where I'm like, something just feels wrong there. What do you mean you tried to get away and tried to change clothes and then just probably flee the country? That seems like what they wanted to do. It's like, what? What? That's not what an innocent person would do. I know, I get being scared, but like, what?
Going to make sense of this in just a moment. To be clear about something, I don't know if there's been misreporting about it, but this is not bungee jumping, okay? This is rope jumping. It's different.
Oh, wow. Okay. So it's not bungee jump. Because a bungee jump, like, brings you in the air. Like,
bungee jumping uses elastic cords that result in a bounce up and down motion.
Right.
Rope jumping is this extreme sport that uses different cords, ropes, and it creates this horizontal pendulum swing at the very end. According to 30 UL Anos, only bungee jumping has a protocol that's registered with ABNT. This is Brazilian Association of Technical Standards. There are strict requirements regarding who can sell or purchase bungee cords.
So the rope one is like, this company probably is going to be in hot water for not,
Delegate Andrea Dantas Levy told the Globo outlet that the company operating this rope jump, quote, didn't even have authorization to be there.
Had a feeling. The bridge looks like it's about to collapse any second.
This was the result of a failure to verify and supervise the placement of the rope on Maria Eduarda's jump. G1 reports that in the video, the men carrying her appear to be wearing shirts that are emblazoned with the brands Entre Cordas and Evoy. Authorities say these are...
You know what's crazy about, like, I'm just looking into things, but it legit looks like their logo. It looks like someone's about to, like, be risen to heaven. Like, with the clouds and the sky and the sun shining down, the way their body, it looks like they're being resurrected or something.
Formal groups of rope jumping practitioners. There's no official company behind this operation. According to Thought Catalog, the tickets for this rope jumping experience range from about 130 to 180 reais. Roughly $25 to $32. There were even future dates that were scheduled at even higher prices. And on the day that Maria Eduarda died, it was expected that about 100 people would jump. Now, in the aftermath, Thought Catalog reports that both organizations have deactivated their social media accounts. There is
once again, that's shady. Like, what do you mean the company deactivated both their social media accounts? That's shady. Like, all of this is shady. Their employees running away, and then you're deactivating, just screams negligence and guilty, and you were doing something that you shouldn't have done, and you were cutting corners that you shouldn't have been.
A lawyer for the operators that said, while rope jumping isn't regulated, like I said, in the same way that bungee jumping is, it's not illegal per se. It's not against the law per se. Now, lawyers for the suspects told the G1 outlet that these individuals were highly experienced, that this had been the organization's only death in years.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, but that doesn't matter. That's like saying, oh, I only shot one person. Guess what? It still can't. Our only death in years, good, there should be none. No one should be dying.
According to NBC News, a defense lawyer said the suspects are in shock at what happened. Also, we talk so much about...
I don't agree. If you're in shock, you're not running and changing clothes. I'm sorry. That just doesn't add up to me.
Right? The video that's circulating around social media. According to 30 UL Anos, Maria Eduarda was reportedly holding a camera as well, but it hasn't been found. Some reports indicate it was a GoPro-style camera. Interesting when you think...
What do you mean it hasn't been found? It's clearly was there when she fell. So did someone pick that up to try to get rid of evidence?
Think about what evidence there could be there. According to G1, a witness claims the instructors had failed to perform the proper safety check. Reports say that the thick rope that was
Thick.
supposed to be used to secure Maria Eduarda was tangled up on the ground. And
Thick, hold on. Thick rope? Like I said, I wouldn't even tie furniture to the back of a truck while moving with that rope. I mean, I don't think thick rope is how you describe that. That looks like rope I could cut with a... Does that not look like rope you could cut with a pair of scissors? Am I crazy? Maybe it's the angle. Am I going nuts here? It looks like I could take a pair of scissors and just cut it right off. And it's not like a bungee cord where there's give to it, where it's elastic. So it's like, that could snap easily.
you can arguably see it lying there in parts of the video. There is also another legal development in this case we have to talk about. According to 30 UL Anos, the municipality of Limeira may file a legal action against the federal government over alleged negligence in maintaining and controlling access to the Skeleton Bridge. The city government reportedly said it had previously sent letters to the federal government requesting security inspections of this bridge. Mayor Murilo Felix reportedly stated that the risks of this bridge were already known to authorities, that this bridge reportedly has a history of accidents.
I look at that bridge and I'm afraid of heights. Like, I agree. I think the whole thing should have just been blocked and you're immediately trespassed if you're on it. It certainly doesn't look safe.
Including a cyclist falling from the bridge and dying in 2024.
Oh.
Last year, 2 other people were reportedly injured. By the way, the mayor posted on social media, and this is per reporting from Fox, quote, "A young woman of just 21 lost her life in a tragedy that should never have happened. More than sorry, action must be taken so that no other family has to go through such pain."
Right.
And before we even get into the legal aspects of all this and the investigation, I just want to take a moment to talk about Maria.
I thought he was going to say to talk about our next sponsor, Cheetos.
Eduarda Rodrigues de Freitas. She had been living in Jandira. This is the metropolitan region of Sao Paulo. She was a recent graduate with a degree in physical education and sports management. She was very into fitness and physical activity. She was active on social media. According to Thought Catalog, she had a fiance as well who reportedly became physically ill when he found out what happened to her.
I mean, I genuinely can't even imagine. You're 21 years old. I don't know how old the other fiance is, but like your 21-year-old fiance, you find out is dead after being thrown off a bridge. Like, it legitimately wouldn't comprehend.
Family, friends, they have described this tremendous loss online. A family member reportedly posted on Instagram, "Until now, I don't believe it. I love you so much. I'll never forget you from our jokes. I'll always remember you. I love you so much, princess." Another friend posted on Instagram that Maria Eduarda was a, quote, beautiful young woman full of dreams and now interrupted plans. According to NBC News, Maria Eduarda's mother posted a statement on social media too. This is per local reporting, quote, "My beloved daughter, today alone, I wanted to hug you more than 1,000 times. How much your departure hurts me. I love you eternally, my princess, and thank you so much for being a part of my life for these 21 years. What an honor it was to hear you call me mom. God, thank you for this privilege."
It's so sad. And you know what sucks is, like, there is a video out there, and I don't want people to go searching for it because but I'm pretty sure that there is a video that shows her hitting the ground. It's not like it's zoomed in or anything, but still, it's like just the fact that like that's out there and the family and friends have to like try to avoid that or possibly have seen it. That just sucks, man. Like, that's terrible to go through something like this, but then have visual video evidence of it happening is just, you know, you wouldn't wish that on your worst enemy. And that's why, you know what, like, I'm gonna be honest, sometimes I'm a little like, I'm kind of boring, right? I'm not a thrill seeker. I'm the type where if I go on a hike, I'm not climbing up to that tippy top, right? I'm not jumping out of an airplane. I'm not jumping off a bridge. I'm not jumping off a cliff into a body of water. Like, I don't do that because I've seen too many instances where something goes wrong. Also, I'm scared of heights. Okay. But like, this is where I look at myself and I'm like, you know what? I'm glad I'm kind of a little bitch when it comes to these type of things. I've never woken up and been like, you know what? I'm not like a thrill junkie. I've never been like, let's jump out of a plane today. And no hate to anybody that does that. You're cooler than I am. You're more badass than I am. But please make sure you look into what you're doing and who's doing it before something like this happens, because it's just these moments where I'm kind of glad I'm a homebody. I like to stay home with my dog, right? That's the odds of injury are much lower there. He does have long nails. Maybe he scratches me. That's about it. There's a reason for that.
Pano Bianco Academia, the physical fitness center where Maria Eduarda had taught, where she worked, said, quote, "Today we said goodbye to a very special person, to our Pano Bianco Silverstone family. Maria Eduarda left her mark through the dedication, affection, joy, and respect with which
And the fact that she just graduated too.
Your presence illuminated the environment.
You know, had her whole life ahead of
forever
her.
in our hearts. In this moment of deep sorrow, we join together in prayer and solidarity with family, friends, and colleagues, wishing strength and comfort to face this loss. May the good memories, shared moments, and the love left by her be a source of peace and comfort. Rest in peace, Maria Eduarda."
Rest in
and
peace.
there was
is
a
right.
later post that said this gym, this fitness center, would suspend its activities, quote, as a sign of respect and mourning. Maria Eduarda was reportedly buried on Sunday. All right, so I want to bring on somebody who has expertise in the law in this region. I'm joined once again by Adriele Barca, Brazilian criminal defense attorney. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk about this. First
Cool nose ring.
of all, this is a story that everybody is now talking about. It went on social media. So many people have seen the video. A lot of major outlets here in the States are talking about it.
I almost want them to like stop showing that, like Love Long Crime, but it's like I don't need to see them launching her off the bridge 35 times.
How many people are talking about it in your area? Is it a story that in Brazil is getting a lot of attention?
Yes, everyone is talking about it. Not only because of the accident, but because of the commentary on the victim's body after she passed. So it's been talked about a lot.
Hold on, what are you talking about with that?
When you say that, the commentary on her body, what do you mean?
There has been a lot of sexist commentary about the fact that she was a young girl and people talking about how they wanted to see her body and in the...
Really? That's what people
Yes.
that's what people are saying?
Huh?
Yes, a lot of men talking about it. It's awful.
The comments in Brazil about all this is that the men want to see her body. Dude, like, what is wrong with people? What is wrong with people? That's disgusting.
That's an element that I didn't even comprehend. That's an element that I didn't even know was going on. That's disgusting. That's disturbing, to say the
Jesus
least. In light of everything that now her family and friends have to deal with, that's the next part.
My God.
Putting that to the side for a second, I didn't know about rope jumping. Is
Yeah.
rope jumping common in Brazil?
Yes, it's very common.
Oh, wow. She didn't even hesitate.
And it's legal, right? Like a lot of people do it?
Yeah. When you have the proper authorizations, it's legal.
But
My gosh, man. Like, look at that video. Like, oh my gosh. Lord have mercy.
talked about it before. The authorization is a little bit different than bungee jumping, right?
Bro, like, I'm good. I'll watch a video. It's like, you ever see the videos of the people that go cave diving in those like really small holes and they're like kind of like stuck in a cave and they're like, I'm like, what are you doing? How is that? I'm afraid of heights and claustrophobic. So like going up to a cave and then going in it is like my worst fear. I just am like, you don't have to do that.
Is bungee jumping more regulated?
No, they're both equally unregulated, actually.
Okay. Do you know if these operators, the people who have been arrested and charged, do you know if they had a license or they had authorization? Because I've seen commentary that they weren't authorized.
They didn't. They didn't. They didn't even have a formal company for this.
So is it illegal for them to be doing what they were doing?
Yes, completely illegal.
Wow. No wonder they deleted all their social media.
Do you know how?
And also, like, what do you think that's going to do? What do you think that's going to do? Besides make you look even more guilty.
They wouldn't have been stopped or arrested beforehand if what they're doing is illegal? How is it possible they could be doing or allegedly doing these kinds of, selling tickets for it, these kinds of rope jumps, and authorities didn't get involved?
They would have possibly been charged if they were caught. doing this, because not only
Makes you wish that they got caught earlier doing this illegally so that this could have not, could have been prevented.
they didn't have a company, they didn't have authorization, but the place where this happened was a scenario of prior accidents at this, so they wouldn't even get that authorization whatsoever.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah, you look at the bridge itself. There's no guardrails. There's no fence. There's nothing blocking it. There's no netting. It's like it's a legit disaster waiting to happen.
Scenario of get that.
I think dude, like I kind of might be done with this video because I really don't want to see, like, I don't want to just keep seeing this video of them raising her up and throwing her off. Like I just feel weird. I mean, I don't know if there's any more big information, but.
It's not murder. We're going to find them guilty of manslaughter, right? It's a lesser charge. Is that something that's possible in Brazil?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So what are you envisioning here in terms of a defense? You have three different people. I wonder if one is going to say it wasn't my responsibility. It was this person's responsibility.
Oh, they're going to deflect blame to everybody.
In the video, you see, I think just two of them carrying her or allegedly carrying her out onto the ledge. What do you imagine is going to be the defense for each of these three suspects?
I imagine that the defense is going to argue that this is a case of culpa. This is a case of homicídio culposo. And why is that? There's a line in criminal doctrine, which is we have dolo eventual and culpa consciente, which is, in one side, you have the intent, but it's not exactly clear. You know that there's a risk and you don't care.
Yeah, that's what that makes sense. They're going to be like, well, you know when you're going to do something like this, that there's always the risk something could go wrong and
somebody might die because of that. And in culpa consciente, you have a situation where you know there's a risk, but you hope that is not going to happen. In your conscience, you're clear.
I just can't imagine what she was thinking on the way down. Like, and then the fact that she was alive for a little bit afterwards, like, I think I just need to stop the video. I can't keep. I don't know if it's just me and I'm going. I just can't keep watching this. I don't know. It's like I just feel crazy. I got the information I wanted out of it. I just feel a bit nuts watching them do this to her over and over again. It's just really nasty and sad and disgusting. And I'm sorry, but once again, the fact that two of the three ran off, instantly guilty. Like, you could claim anything, but running off and changing your clothes, what a coward. Also, I'm sorry, but one of them being a firefighter. You're a firefighter, you're not, and how do you let this happen? I hate when things are so preventable, right? When things are so preventable and it happens, you just want to just shake somebody. Wow. Rest in peace to her. Absolutely terrible. I hope that her family gets their justice. I hope that they all go to prison for a long time, because if it didn't happen to her, it was going to happen to somebody else. Let's be honest. Something was going to happen on that bridge. It just was a matter of time. So hopefully that at least sends a shockwave through that area, and people that are doing this illegally are scared to now, and maybe it'll save some future lives, and maybe something positive could come out of that. If you made it to the end of the video, make sure to like the video if you don't mind. Leave some comments on what you think, if you agree with me or disagree, and of course subscribe to the channel. Just click that button. It takes a couple seconds, not even. It takes 1 second, and it makes my day. We're technically on the road to 50,000 now. We're at 44,000. So subscribe, turn on the post notification, set to show all. I know some of you guys came here recently because of the Mackenzie Shirilla stuff. I appreciate it. We've gained a lot of subs. Take a little bit of a break for like 3 or 4 videos and then come back to doing that because I'm still enthralled with that case. But I just wanted my other viewers to know that, like, I'm still going to be covering different things. It's just, you know, when you're kind of like riding a hot hand, you know what I'm saying? Tragic though, man. Absolutely tragic. Sad stuff. I just couldn't watch the rest of it. Just felt too bad. So that is it for me here. Shout out to the Triple Army for always reporting for duty. If you want to become a channel member and become an official Triple Army member, hit that join button, get 2 extra videos a week. Think about that. That's 8 more videos a month, and you support me in the process. As always, please don't bother me while I'm watching true crime. Peace out.